What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we kind of got that whole Garurumon line, but now they're X-Antibody, and I love this when we get to do this, we've got the level 3, the level 4, the level 5, and the level 6, all of which we can look at in one video, and when we get to that situation, I become very happy indeed. So let's start off, and I should mention translations here from the lovely folks over at Enzan Gaming and the lovely folks over at DigimonCard.dev. So we might as well start off with the level 3, and what we've got here is Gabumon X Antibody. You've got a level 3, free cost to play normally, 0 cost to Digivolve, 2000 power, all fairly standard. And the good news is you can Digivolve as a 0 cost from Gabumon. And we get that situation like we've seen many times before in this set, and we're not that far into the reveals of this set, but we've seen it a bunch already, and it's basically, it lets you Digivolve from an existing level, same level, but without paying. So basically, you can Digivolve a Gabumon, a level 3, because Gabumon is level 3, into this for 0 memory. And there's several reasons why you would. When you Digivolve, you get to draw a card, that's a good thing, etc. But also, you might have a nice inheritable skill. So, for instance, the Gabumon from EX1, when you are attacking once per turn, you reveal the top 3 cards of your deck and add a Tamer card or a Digimon card with Gabumon in its name to your hand, and that's a good thing. That helps you do some searching. It seems like a nice way to go about the game. So that's cool. We like this. There's a reason to do this, alright? This is a cool skill. Now, what we've also got here is when you play or Digivolve, so it doesn't matter how this comes into play, you still get it, you reveal 3 cards on the top of your deck, and you add an X-Antibody and a card with Garurumon or Omnimon in its name among them to your hand, placing the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. And I need to give the same warning I've been giving a bunch with these kind of cards lately. When it says X-Antibody, it means the option card X-Antibody. Not a Digimon with X-Antibody in its name. If it meant that, it would say it. Not a Digimon with the X-Antibody trait. If it meant that, it would say it. It literally means the X-Antibody. And here we got a 5 cost to play normally, 2 cost to Digivolve, 6000 power. Now, that's on the higher end of playing, but it's also on the higher end of power. So you know what? I'm cool with it. And the good news is you can Digivolve from a Garurumon for 0 cost. So essentially, everything I just said about Gabumon evolving from Gabumon applies here. You can Digivolve from a Garurumon, and that's a very good thing indeed. So maybe you're just Digivolving for 0, so you can draw a card when you Digivolve. Seriously, drawing 1 card, do not underestimate how impactful that can be. But then again, you've got the one from BT5, where you got Garurumon or Omnimon in his name. You get an extra 1000 power. So you can Digivolve your level 4 into your level 4 X-Antibody, and then you're actually a 7. But there might be more Garurumon in the future, with more cool inheritable skills that you can take advantage of turns if this Digimon has either Garurumon or Omegamon, Omnimon, in its name and is deleted in battle. You may trash 2 cards on this Digimon's evolution sources with the same level to prevent you being deleted. Yeah. How do we actually get using this? You need 2 level 3s. Or 2 level 4s, or I suppose 2 level 5s. How do you do that? You evolve a Gabumon into a Gabumon X-Antibody. Or you evolve a Garurumon into a Garurumon X-Antibody. Bearing in mind, when you Digivolve, you pay 0 memory, and you drop a card from your hand to Digivolve, but then you draw a card. Resources-wise, these evolutions are costing you nothing. Literally nothing. But now you've got a, frankly, phenomenal inheritable skill, because anytime you would be deleted by battle, you just trash 2 cards with the same level, and boom, you're fine. And if you've got 2 Gabumon and 2 Garurumon, now all of a sudden, those are 2 opportunities, and sure, you'll lose the inheritable skills, fine, that's worth it, because if you get deleted, you lose them anyway. And I love this, ladies and gentlemen. I love this. I think this is absolutely brilliant. This is a phenomenal skill, and this is the kind of thing that you build decks around. Because if I can have multiple opportunities to survive battles I shouldn't be surviving just by trashing Digivolution sources, you better believe I'm going to be taking advantage of that, ladies and gentlemen. This is wonderful. Okay, good news. Then we move up into the level 5. We've got Weregarurumon X Antibody, and it's 8 cost to play, 3 cost to Digivolve, 8,000 power, which is kind of alright. Level 5s tend to be 737 or 838. This is 838, that's fine. However, we've got that exact same skill as we saw on the other two. You may Digivolve from a Weregarurumon for 0 memory. And by now, you know what I'm going to say here. 0 memory is good, you get to draw a card when you Digivolve, blah blah blah. You get all the inheritable skills you would get, which is lovely. But now we've got the added dimension that we know about that inheritable skill on Garurumon. As a sequencing note here, remember that Garurumon has the inheritable skill. So if you've got 2 Gabumon, 2 Garurumon, 2 Weregarurumon, and you're trying to save yourself from being deleted, make sure Garurumon is the last one you trash. Because if you trash both your Garurumon, sure, you might still have 2 Weregarurumon, but you won't actually have the inheritable skill on Garurumon X Antibody. To save yourself, make sure it's the last one you get rid of. I'm sure you were going to anyway, but just a little note from your old pal Wassy there, this is pretty important. And then we got another skill here. When you Digivolve, unsuspend this Digimon, and then, if this Digimon has Weregarurumon or X Antibody in its Digivolution cards, return one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon to hand. And this is nuts, because I can attack with my Weregarurumon, and then Digivolve it into this for 0 memory. Then I unsuspend and I can attack again. Maybe I unsuspend, then I Digivolve, then I attack, who knows. But also, as long as I've got Weregarurumon or X Antibody in my Digivolution cards, and again, when I say X Antibody, I mean the option card X Antibody, but remember you can search it out with your Gabumon X Antibody, which is lovely. And then I get to return one of my opponent's level 3 or level 4 Digimon to their hand, which is, it's a very blue thing incidentally, but it's also super annoying. And I get to go ahead and do that here. This is phenomenal. Like, I've already got that ridiculous skill on Weregarurumon X Antibody to save myself. And now I've got a skill on my level 5 that lets me unsuspend while disrupting my opponent. This is building up to be a ridiculous set of Digimon. But that's not all, ladies and gentlemen, because we've also got Metal Garurumon X Antibody, the big bad level 6. Now this is 12 cost to play normally, 4 cost to Digivolve, 12,000 power. The average level 6 was always 11, 3, 11, but it does seem to be creeping nearer to this nowadays. And you can Digivolve it from Metal Garurumon, but you do have to pay 1 memory. Only 1 memory, but you do have to pay a memory here, unfortunately. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's just the way it is. Also worth noting that because it's a level 6, there are no inheritable skills on Metal Garurumon. Oh, wait, yes, there are. There is that one from BT5, remember, that when you are attacking once per turn, you gain a memory. So even though level 6s generally don't have inheritable skills, we actually do have one we can use here. So you can be gaining memory when you attack, which is actually kind of wonderful. So I like this. Then we got a skill, when you Digivolve, unsuspend this Digimon, and until the end of your opponent's next turn, this Digimon gains blocker. So you can have yourself a big 12,000 power blocker, which is awesome. But you also unsuspend when you Digivolve, bearing in mind, when you Digivolve into your level 5 Weregarurumon X Antibody, you unsuspend. And you're not getting deleted because of that skill on Garurumon X Antibody, but now all of a sudden, that's 2 unsuspendings here. That's 2 extra attacks throughout the course of the game, just in this one evolution line you're building up. That's a little bit ridiculous. Now, there are questions about how much you want to attack with your level 5 and the risks and blah, 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 but still, that's awesome. And of course, here, you can attack with your Metal Garurumon, which is a big bad level 6, and unlikely to be deleted by anything in the stack. Then, I'm suspended, evolve for 1 cost, attack again. This is nuts. genuinely nuts. And then on your turn, once per turn, when this Digimon becomes unsuspended, which is, gonna happen when you Digivolve, if this Digimon has a card named Metal Garurumon or X Antibody in its evolution sources, again, that is the option card X Antibody, and it really should at this stage, return every one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest level to their hand. I.e., if they've got any level 3s out, all the level 3s go to their hand. If they've got any level 4s out but not level 3s, all the level 4s go to their hand, etc. And there are things like Rookie Rush that just want to play level 3s most of the time, or Megazoo that just want to play level 6s most of the time. And against those decks, this could be hilarious. This could be a bit of a board wipe. And this is once per turn. Now, you do have to become unsuspended and all of that, but still, I love this, ladies and gentlemen. I absolutely love it. I think this whole evolution line is just a little bit nutty. I think the skill on Garurumon that unsuspends is great. I think the skill on this that unsuspends is great. I think the skill on Garurumon that lets you survive is great. And Gabumon, let's not forget, has got a little bit of searching in there as well. Plus, you got all this cheap evolution, so you're drawing cards a lot more than you usually would in a game. And I think this is brilliant, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a really big fan. But I want to know what you think. So let me know in the comment section, would you? Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk Digimon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far, the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name is Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.